This is Rummy's Corner. This past Saturday from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as part of the fight card of the century that was streamed on the global home of boxing, live worldwide on DAZN, powerhouse heavyweight contender Big Bang Zhang squared off against fellow heavyweight contender, the undefeated Agit Kabayel. The fight began with Kabayel on the move, and Zhang being uncharacteristically aggressive right out of the gate. Kabayel was moving well, and Zhang was trying to bang whenever he could. Zhang landed some heavy shots, and Kabayel soon fired back with some of his own. Before long, Kabayel began making his trademark investment downstairs. Zhang was really trying to press the issue and test Kabayel early, where he was attacking far more than usual. Kabayel was deflecting and otherwise taking them well, while exhibiting great footwork where he was very selective with his offense. It was a bit of a strange round, where the normally defensive-minded counterpuncher was trying to bring the fight to a guy who was ordinarily known for applying pressure. In round 2, Kabayel was the one who started attacking more, and he was throwing some nice digging shots downstairs whenever he could, but he was also mixing his punches together nicely upstairs as well. Kabayel was relentless with his onslaught, especially to the body, and Zhang was trying his best to absorb and prevent. Kabayel was exhibiting great patience as he intelligently picked his spots with measured attacks. Kabayel was really beginning to discover a nice rhythm. Zhang was doing his best to trade and deter, but Kabayel was more than happy to engage. Zhang was landing here and there, but Kabayel took them without losing stride. Kabayel picked up right where he left off to begin round 3, where he was attacking with a nice variety of short combinations that were forcing Zhang to react faster than he preferred. So Zhang tried giving Kabayel a dose of his own medicine. Zhang was already looking a bit winded, and he grabbed on to try and catch a breather and reset. Kabayel remained focused on the task at hand, and he quickly went back to work and rediscovered his beat. Zhang continued trying to earn Kabayel's respect, landing very well at times, but Kabayel was getting the best of almost every exchange. Kabayel was becoming mighty creative with his mixture of punch variety, and Zhang's midsection was looking mighty red after receiving a great abundance of stinging lefts to the body. Kabayel immediately went on the attack to begin round 4, and he continued throwing a lot of hard clubbing shots downstairs, and he was doing so with great fluidity. Zhang continued his very best to try and slow Kabayel's roll, and he wasn't exactly making it easy for him, but Kabayel was never thrown off and always resumed going to work. Kabayel was almost like a shark in there, and whenever he was in position, he was usually stringing together a nice sequence of blistering shots. Zhang didn't care for this, but he couldn't slow him down. Zhang began making things a little rough, and he continued landing some fierce shots of his own. By the end of the round, Zhang was looking sore and exhausted, and Kabayel was still looking fresh. Kabayel went right on the attack to begin round 5, and he unleashed a spirited assault. Zhang looked absolutely befuddled by what was happening. Zhang's body language looked bad, but then out of nowhere, an explosive exchange erupted, and Zhang punctuated the exchange with a sledgehammer left that sent Kabayel down. It was a beautifully timed left from Zhang, where he seemed to put every fiber of his being into that one single punch. Kabayel beat the count, and Zhang tried to move in for the finish, but Kabayel kept his composure and bided his time. Kabayel persevered, and before long, he began going back to work. Zhang continued trying to keep the momentum going, but by the end of the round, Kabayel appeared the fresher of the two. Kabayel came out boxing intelligently while applying some pressure to begin round 6. Kabayel began systematically breaking him down with constant short measured attacks, and eventually Zhang succumbed to the vicious steady onslaught. What looked like was being ruled a knockdown was not, which was a bit of a head scratcher all around, but ultimately inconsequential to the outcome. Shortly after, Kabayel appeared to have Zhang hurt again, and Kabayel just continued bringing it, and eventually Zhang could no longer take it. The savage body assault was too much, and Zhang collapsed in agony. Zhang would not be beating the count, and the fight was over. It was a 6th round knockout for Agit Kabayel, and that's now 3 notable wins in a row for Kabayel. First, he scored the big-time upset on the Boxing Day of Reckoning when he stopped undefeated Arslan Bekmambetov in what was a damn fine display of body punching, where Kabayel dropped him a total of 3 times, scoring the 4th round stoppage. Next up, Kabayel stopped another undefeated heavyweight when he twice dropped Frank Sanchez to score a 7th round knockout, where the body attack was again key for Kabayel. And now here with Zhang, a top heavyweight contender who has consistently been facing top opposition. Kabayel is the first to ever stop Zhang, and of course the bodywork was a big key in this one as well. It was a damn fine victory for Kabayel. For Zhang, it is difficult to say where he goes from here. He's old, he has stamina issues, and by the time the titles get splintered, if and when they do, he'll be even older with even poorer stamina. So this might well represent the end of the road for Zhang's title aspirations, but you never know. Zhang no doubt still has earning potential and he still has that incredible power. So there may yet be some lucrative opportunities out there for him. And with the right matchmaking, he could perhaps remain a factor in the heavyweight title landscape, especially in the event of a mass splintering on the horizon. For Kabayel, he has proven to be an extremely dangerous opponent for any heavyweight out there today. Joseph Parker is, in my opinion, the most deserving challenger for Usyk. And it looks like Dubois is the one who will actually be getting the chance to face Usyk, where Dubois has done enough that he is certainly a deserving challenger in his own right. I'd say next most deserving behind Parker. A shame that we did not get to see Dubois versus Parker this past weekend, because the winner of that fight would have clearly been the most deserving challenger for Usyk. In my opinion, those two are the most deserving for Usyk right now, but for Agit Kabayel, I'd say he's right behind those two, where his 3 big stage high-profile wins in a row have clearly put him near the very top of the division. While I believe Parker and Dubois are the 2 most deserving of a shot at Usyk, I think Kabayel perhaps represents the most interesting challenger out there for Usyk. Because Kabayel's fighting style is inherently unique, a bona fide body puncher who excels at throwing short, crisp combinations upstairs and down. Usyk versus Kabayel is a damn interesting proposition. Congratulations to Agit Kabayel on the mighty impressive victory. I think he made a really big statement in this one, and that was one hell of a performance. Best of luck to both Kabayel and Zhang moving ahead. Whatever they decide to do next, I for one will be tuning in. What do you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.